Hey guys, welcome to Red 50. Thank you for tuning into another video. Today we are bringing you probably the most expensive dark horse I have ever seen, and it's not even fully loaded, but this one costs almost $80,000. Yes, you heard me correctly. A 50 Mustang that costs about $80,000. I just cannot wrap my mind around it. As you can see right off the bat, this one's got the matte paint, which is what's costing it so much more than a regular dark horse. This one gets the graphic delete because it has the matte paint. You cannot get the graphics, obviously. But this is the standard Dark Horse Premium with the Tremec manual transmission, and it doesn't even have the handling pack. It's just the standard Premium Dark Horse with the matte paint, which is a $6,000 option. It's not really, only for the Dark Horse. You can get on the GT or the EcoBoost, but it is a very expensive option for something you can kind of get, at a different shop or something for a lot cheaper. But this one allows you obviously to have the matte paint that is going to be factory. So that's why the Ford is able to charge $6,000. But let's talk about the pricing on this insane Dark Horse. And mind you, this is without markup. So this one's just this Dark Horse Premium with the Tremec manual and this matte paint. This does not include the $5,500 option for the handling pack, which would actually make this car MSRP close to $83,000, $84,000. As I said, this one's $78,000, so very close to $80,000, which does not obviously factor in your taxes and all of that stuff. I have to say the car looks good with the matte paint. You can really see the lines, as you can see from the side profile, all the lines on the rear end of the Mustang. It looks good, but $6,000 for this, I don't know. I might have to pass on that. I'm pretty sure I can get that much cheaper at an aftermarket shop who can do the same thing for me. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I think it looks good. I'm sure it performs well. But I still am thinking about, I think back in 2020 when the new GT500s came out, they were around $70,000 for base MSRP. Now, of course, they had a lot of markups, so you could never really get it for $70,000. But even the last model year of the GT500 was $80,000 for base MSRP. This Dark Horse, yeah, it's a premium, and yes, got the track components, and it's 500 horsepower, Gen 4 Coyote, all the good stuff, the Tremec manual transmission. But geez, like $80,000. And what worries me right now is most of us will probably agree that this is a bad value because it's, a souped up 5.0. And unless you're really tracking the car, you're not going to notice much of a difference. And you can probably build, a much nicer track car if you start off with the GT Premium, which would be around $50,000, and you got $30,000 to play with. You could even add a supercharger and a last suspension, maybe for 20 grand. So you will still be cheaper. And if you skip on the supercharger, then maybe for another 10 grand, you can really make it a track attack 5.0 Mustang. But with this one, I think we all know it's a terrible value for money. What concerns me is eventually we're going to get a Shelby, we're going to get a Cobra, and that if the base, or I guess the premium Dark Horse, can be optioned out to like more than $80,000, what would be the even base price for the the Mustang GT500 or Mustang Cobra? I think it would be insane. You know, in terms of pricing, I think it's gonna just be insane. Like the Dark Horse being $78,000. I mean, don't get me wrong, the matte paint finish and all of that looks very clean. You can see some of the accents here. They've got the gloss black in there, so it does pop. It looks really good. And I'm sure it performs really well. Like if I was, someone who took the car to the track every weekend, I would probably rock this car. But for 80 grand, probably not. So I think in my opinion it's a very expensive car. It looks really good and I'm sure it performs well, but it's just absurd how pricey everything has gotten and how pricey the Mustang has gotten. Like it used to be an affordable pony option, but here we have, basically the what Mach 1 used to be for the S550 Mustang generation, and Ford is able to charge almost $80,000 for this car, which is absolutely ridiculous and pretty much alienating their, the demographic or the potential buyers that we would get from your Mustang buyers. I have to give it to Ford because Mustang has always been known for customization, just having a lot more different options, whether it's the wheels or color schemes. It's just all about how you want to express yourself. And this is pretty much what they are carrying it for with this option of having the matte paint. Like, of course, it is expensive if you're getting a $6,000 paint option. You probably don't want to do it on an EcoBoost, maybe not even on a GT, but on a Dark Horse, if you really want to stand out and maybe get close to one-on-one Dark Horse, then this is the way to go. You can have a very unique vehicle that is basically kind of tailored for you. So not many people are going to go for this option, which is why it's probably priced out pretty expensive, because it probably costs Ford a lot of money to do it. But to be able to do it on your factory color, like any factory color, you can choose to do it. And of course, you get, the graphic delete for the Dark Horse, which is kind of unique to having the graphics for the Dark Horse. But having a graphic delete just makes it a lot more unique, where you've got a Mustang Dark Horse out and about without the graphics that is typically known with the Dark Horse. So I think it's nice that Ford offers that option, but to me, it's just like the pricing goes significantly higher, and I really have to question the value for the money for the Dark Horse if you're gonna get that package. Of course, you're gonna have a unique Dark Horse, but is it worth it at that price? So let me know in the comments below. Do you think a Dark Horse should be close to $80,000, and what does that mean for the future Mustangs? Inevitably that are going to come out, they're going to sit above Dark Horse. We're talking about the Cobras, the GT500s, which would be like close to 85,000 base MSRP. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll catch you on a different video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already.